16th, the 94 of Glenn Gross-Young.
Your defending champion Todd Wilkinson starts back in 17th with car 47.
Starting 18th, the 119 of Rusty Graniker, and we go green flag racing. And tonight's Reifenberg Construction Sportsman Division feature is underway.
Down across the stripe they come in through turn 1. We got cars turned around. Here in turn 2, Larry Southern and Bobby Hackle get turned around. And a couple other cars getting involved up here between turns 1. Try and tack onto the rear of the field, whether down laps or not. Right now, they're picking it up. Once again, green flag comes out, and down the front chute they come into turn 1. Your leader up into turn 1, the number 1, Lee Gagliardi. He's got the 69 of Rush Schwall coming right along with him.
And moving on the outside lane, the 3 of Tony Laporta. He scooted right around the 24 of Bobby Chalmers to take over the number 4 spot. Directly in front of him, the 12 of Denny Young. Off of turn number 4 here into the front straightaway. Your leader is the 1 of Lee Gagliardi.
Car taking a look down to the inside now is the number 12 of Denny Young. Denny Young, a long-time competitor here at the High Banks, making a return here in the past few years. Currently rides back in spot number 3.
Tony Laporta again goes to work in that back straightaway. He likes to do his passing back there in the fast part of the speedway. He's got the Kopek lawn and guard in car number 3 really cranked up in the number 4 spot.
Down the front chute once again across the stripe, Gagliardi your leader. Schwall rides second. That battle for third spot continues to be a torrid one as the number 12 of Young on the outside, the 3 of Laporta pulls back behind him.
Now the Suburban Propane 51 of Holly Smith thinking about making a challenge down the inside lane as Holly Smith drops out of line, goes after Tony Laporta here in the front stretch.
That battle continues to tighten up. Bobby Chalmers right behind Holly Smith. Then we find the Saxton signed S car of Roy Bridge and the Rapid signs number 44 of Ronnie Blake.
And once again off of turn 2 down the back straightaway, Tony Laporta making his move the way he loves to in that back stretch. He takes over another spot now, moves his way up to the 3rd place running spot with car 3.
4 laps now complete as they come down here into turn 1. Taking a look back at your top points getters, they run nose to tail. The 00 of Kokosa, 1 marker better than the 91M of Marcus at this time.
The front 2 cars have kind of checked out on the field a bit here. They're running by them lonesomes up there in front. The 1 of Lee Gagliardi and the 69 of Rush Schwall. But then things really tighten up in this battle for 3rd through about 15th position.
Up here right on the tail of the 51 now of Holly Smith. Roy Bridge, Rapid Roy, trying to make a move here to get in the top 3 as he currently sits back there in 4th spot.
Rapid Roy, the stock car boy. Roy Bridge out of Castleton with the Saxton Sign Corporation S-Card, currently holding down the 4th place spot and going after Holly Smith here in the front stretch.
But up on the point, it's all Lee Gagliardi right now as Gagliardi, with a good 15 car length advantage, steps off turn 2 down the back chute.
Lee Gagliardi, very impressive for the A&R Machine entry car number 1 as he shows the way here. He's been up front from the get-go, starting up front in this Reifenberg Construction main.
7 laps now complete here as they make their way down the front chute. Yellow on the speedway. Trouble in turn 4. Well, car up in turn 4 as we don't have to tell you folks down in turn 4. Up and over went the 44 of Ronnie Blake, got up and over the wall and out eyes and Lee Gagliardi. Gonna bring him down into turn 1 like he has thus far before. And off of turn 2, Gagliardi now starts to pull out ground between himself and the 2nd place runner.
And 3-wide racing going on the back straightaway. Butch McWirt got a good head of steam going. He blasted past Roy Bridge and Holly Smith now as McWirt works to the inside for race position number 3.
That's the way they run down here. Third spot right now is held by the 51 Holly Smith. McWhirter trying to better his position, but he's got some fast company right behind him as they make their way down the backstretch.
Butch McWhirter, again, a good head of steam. He got a good bite coming off of turn number 2. Dips it down to the inside of Holly Smith. Can't make it work down low there. Holly Smith fights him off in the corner. Right behind him is Todd Wilkinson.
Down the front stretch they come. McWhirter to the inside now of Holly Smith. Wilkinson looks down low too, and Smith all the way to the wall.
Holly Smith gets up in the loose stuff up on the top side, kicks up the rooster tail, taking advantage down low. Comes the Ronnie Service Center 91M for current High Point man George Marcus. Marcus, a two-time winner here in number 96, and he's going towards the front now.
The halfway sign has now been displayed. 10 laps down, 10 laps remain for Lee Gagliardi on the point.
Your leaders run single file fashion, top 10, and now zooming to the inside. Down the backstretch comes the 00 stand and Fran Texaco entry for Chris Kokosa.
That's the way they come down off of turn 4. Kokosa down to the inside. He makes that pass on the number 12 of Denny Young. Young holding tough on the outside, though, as Kokosa to the inside, Young to the outside, and now Young going to battle him back up top.
That is the race for 8th place. Kokosa goes to the inside. Down that back straightaway, Denny Young to the top side. They stay glued together, wheel to wheel, entering turn number 3. Now Kokosa going to get a good run going down low. He's going to make the pass of Denny Young solidly for the number 8 running position.
Kokosa has now cleared Denny Young, and he will set his sights towards this two-car battle that is going side by side ahead of him. But now it looks like Kokosa drops off power on the back chute.
Chris Kokosa, who came into tonight's show second in points. He had been the point leader until a week ago. George Marcus, with his win, able to pass him in points. And now Kokosa, second in points coming into tonight's show. Looks like he's going to fall from this event with mechanical woes.
So Marcus now looks to pick up an advantage as he currently rides back there in 4th spot as Kokosa drops out of the race, and Jeff Cassidy running way back in the field. Marcus looks to be in an advantage situation.
And George Marcus must be sensing that fact because he has turned up the wick here. Now goes after second place man Rush Wall off of turn number 2. George Marcus currently sits in a number 3 running position with the 91M.
This time by, they will get the 5 to go sign. 14 laps are complete. This time by, it will be 5 laps remaining. The final quarter of this event coming underway now as Gagliardi works on the point.
Lee Gagliardi, who at the drop of the initial green, starting from the outside of the front row, has led every single lap of this Reifenberg Construction main event so far. He's looking to make it a green to checker run here as we're in the final stages now.
Gagliardi hoping not to see yellow lights come on now because the winningest driver in Sportsman Division history now rides at a runner-up spot.
And George Marcus appears to have the fastest car on the speedway as well, as he is now started to pull away from third place man Todd Wilkinson. But just what Lee Gagliardi did not want to see happens as the yellow...
Gagliardi now ready to pull away down here in turn 4. He'll look it down on the front stretch. Green flag flies. Marcus going to duck down to the inside. The pass is made in turn 1 as Marcus. Now your leader, Gagliardi, going to try and fight him back down the backstretch.
George Marcus gone to the point. He's looking to make it a hat trick here in 1996 with his 3rd win as he takes the lead away from Lee Gagliardi with just a few laps remaining here.
Off of turn 4 they come. This time by it will be 2 laps remaining. Gagliardi in a runner-up spot now. Going to feel the pressure from the 47 of Wilkinson. Wilkinson makes the pass.
Both Lee Gagliardi in car 1 and Rush Schwall in car 69, who had good runs going to the top 5, pushed up against the banky in the east end that last time around. They've lost several running positions here as the white flag flies down.
Last lap around the high banks here in this Sportsman feature event. Looks like Gagliardi's car is slowing up just a bit. We'll see if Gagliardi can hold on for 3rd.
Meanwhile, your leaders work down the backstretch through the west end for the final time. George Marcus ready to bring it on home here. The winningest driver in the history of Sportsman Division Racing. George Marcus clicks off another one. He takes the win here. Todd Wilkinson, last year's champion, finishes in 2nd spot. Lee Gagliardi able to hang on for 3rd. Butch McWhirter in his return finishes 4th. And Roy Bridge completes the top 5.
The hat trick has been pulled. George Marcus picks up win number 3 here in 1996. And, well, it came in, I guess, one of those, had made us wait till late in the race, George. It was one of them things where you made the charge, and here you were, once again, Marcus in victory lane.
Right, we had a long way to go tonight, but the car got better as the race went on, and I think maybe some of the other guys started slipping a bit, but this 96 Troyer with this Mike Petrucci motor stays strong through the whole race.
Well, George, after the last time we talked to you here in victory lane, since then you have taken over the points lead tonight. It wasn't a lap after Chris Kokosa had trouble. There you go, towards the front once again. So it looks like another one of them patented Marcus charges.
Well, we just, it was a little tough to gauge the track tonight. We didn't know really what setup to take, but it looked like we picked the right one because we had enough to cover the rest of the field. The car worked excellent.
Well, I've got to ask you before we close this out, it looked like if the yellow didn't come out, you still had the fastest car on the track. We know you had Petrucci power hooked up. Do you think you could have caught Lee at the end?
I don't know. Lee was running a great race. He was running a nice straight line. I don't know if I would have had the time to catch him. He ran a great race. It's his misfortune that the yellow came out. I don't know if I really would have got him. He drove a great race.
Well, third feature win. The hat trick has been pulled. George Marcus picks up the Sportsman feature event as part of the Reifenberg Construction Night. Your Sportsman feature winner is George Marcus.